I used to be more of a word person, right? Words of affirmation. Whether you think it's cheesy, corny, or there's anything to it, love languages, that's a real fucking thing. So figure out what your best friend, your partner, lover, figure out what their fucking love language is. Your parent, your sibling, whoever it is, anyone you love, anyone you care for. And know what yours is so you can share that. Maybe you're single. Maybe your relationship is just kind of on the rocks. When you know your love language and they do too, and you can share it with each other, game changer. It's a game changer in many ways. Hello. Thank you all for tuning in. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. I want to continue to grow this podcast. If you haven't heard a few of the past episodes, I got to number 4 in the United States on Apple Podcast in nutrition, number 12 in mental health, number 20 something for health and fitness. And I'm going to keep on going. But that's all thanks to you, each and every one of you. So if you enjoy this podcast, share it with others. Who have you not shared it with, right? Give it a share. I would much appreciate that. It really helps me a lot. I also am starting to ask for y'all to send me some emails with questions you have, like something you would like my advice with or my help with, as a mindset expert, nutritionist, health expert, Lyme expert, #1 best-selling author. I really love to help people, and I got a lot of good wisdom. And if I don't think I can help you, I most certainly will let you know. But anyways, let's talk about how do you know when someone really means what they say? Maybe you've been fucked over a lot. Maybe you've been burned a lot, cheated on, lied to, just let down a lot. And so naturally, with each person that comes into your life thereafter, or maybe it's you giving that person a second chance or a third or a 10th, naturally, you have a hard time trusting and believing people. And if any of those relationships were ever with a narcissist, then that person has made you feel like, yeah, you're the problem. It's like, well, maybe I should trust them, but, well, no. Maybe you're being lied to and you're like, well, how do I know though? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about today. Because just like the description I just gave, and if you read my book, then that was me. I'm still kind of that way today. I have just been through a lot. We all have. But I have major trust issues. I was very honest with my husband. I recently got married again a few years ago. Never thought I would. Not after what I went through. But I was very honest with him in the beginning about like, hey, this has nothing to do with you. But based upon my past, I just need you to know I have a hard time trusting. And you don't need to even say anything because all those other people, they said, you can trust me. I'll never do that. I'm not that person. So please don't tell me that. Just show me. That's what the podcast is about today. It is about actions matching the words. I used to be more of a word person, right? Words of affirmation. Whether you think it's cheesy, corny, or there's anything to it, love languages, that's a real fucking thing. So figure out what your best friend, your partner, lover, figure out what their fucking love language is. Your parent, your sibling, whoever it is, anyone you love, anyone you care for. And know what yours is so you can share that. Maybe you're single. Maybe your relationship is just kind of on the rocks. When you know your love language and they do too, and you can share it with each other, game changer. It's a game changer in many ways. #1, because you now know what they need to feel loved, to feel secure, to feel like, hey, I believe you, I trust you. But also, you got to think about it this way. It is also a real good way to figure out, do they love you? Do they mean what they say? Or are they just talking out their ass? Because if you tell someone who says they love you and they want to be with you, if you tell them what your love language is and they don't change their behavior accordingly, probably not the person for you. I think the hardest thing for us, men and women, I think maybe more so for women, but men just as much, honestly. The hardest thing for us sometimes is knowing when to let go. Maybe I need to have an episode on that. I'm going to write that down. Knowing when to let go. But that's a hard thing because you want to know why? If you have a hard time letting go, I'm going to tell you something. Don't beat yourself up about it anymore. You want to know something? That means that you are a sensitive person. And let me tell you something. Being a sensitive person is a good thing. I was told my whole fucking life, you're too sensitive. You're just a titty baby. And so I took that label that was given to me as a child and I put that label on and it stayed on me for almost 40 years. I'll be 44 in August. But everyone said that. Well, you know who said it? The narcissistic pricks. That's who. Because they don't like emotions. Because they don't have them. And I realized that a few years ago, when, like I said, I realized that being a sensitive person, it's actually powerful. You typically you have a lot of empathy and sympathy and you can relate. But I need to say something on that. And I'm not going to go too far into it because that's probably another episode. Being a sensitive person and an unhealed person at the same time can be toxic because I used to be that person. I've always been a very sensitive person, but I had a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of unhealed wounds for almost 40 years. And when you mix those two together, it just makes you super reactive all the time, super defensive, always looking for the negative, just not listening to your own gut, right? But when I did the healing, when I shattered my limiting beliefs, God, I learned so much. And I talk about this in the book. So read the book if you like. But I talk about this and I say, I realize being a sensitive person is, it's a good thing. It wasn't good when I was unhealed and insecure and had no confidence or self-esteem. But I realize now it's one of my powers. I am more in tune with my sixth sense than I knew possible. I have an aunt, one of my precious aunts, I won't say her name. She's a medium, a true medium. And it runs very strongly in my mother's side of the family. And I believe that if you do have a very strong sixth sense, you have that gift, it won't be shown to you when you're unhealed because you won't appreciate it, you won't understand it, you won't even know what to do with it. So since I've done the healing, I have really become very in tune with my gut, with my intuition. And I realized that, I don't care anymore what people say. Their words only mean something to me when it's backing up their actions. So that actions need to be the main source of like the knowing if someone is being truthful to you, being honest about themselves and what they want with you in the relationship. And then the words can back it up. I feel that a lot of times people just say all these things. They say how they feel or what they want, and it's bullshit. The actions are never there to back it up. If you're showing the actions, the words can be there to just be like, hey, a little backup. Like, hey, I know I'm showing you this, but I fucking mean it because I'm going to tell you too. And if you're telling me those things, you better be able to back it up pretty fucking easily with actions. If you got a hard time with it, then you're full of shit. So if you have anyone in your life right now, a friendship, businessship, relationship, a family ship, you fucking name it ship. If they are telling you a bunch of stuff, but they just can never show it, cut the fucking cord. What are you waiting for? You have one life to live. You only have so much energy. No one gets a free fucking pass. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. I don't care who it is. Your boss, your manager, care who the fuck it is. Your grown ass kid. You need to know when someone's been talking out their fucking ass and move on. Because if they actually do care for you, when you move on, they're going to be like, what? Like, what? And they're going to realize what a selfish prick they've been. And they're going to go out of their way to show you. And then at that point, they have learned something about themselves and about you and about life. And they've had growth. But sometimes people got to be enabled to do that. I'm sorry. Sometimes people have to be enabled to grow up. Instead, we enable them to just stay small. Got to stop doing that. But we first have to stop doing that with ourselves, right? By the way, I didn't put this out there, but if you're a YouTube listener, thank you. Number one. Number two, there's no video again. I know 2 in a row, no videos, but guys, I'm recording these back to back. So the audio from last week, I recorded and now I'm recording this one right after because I want to stay on top of my shit. And I've been really wrapped up in the home renovations. If you listen to the last episode, now I'm doing some myself. I'm really good at that stuff. Look, I am a tomboy. I'm a handyman. I'm really good at a lot of shit like that. I got a lot of masculine energy and a lot of very strong women have a lot of masculine energy, and we kind of dim that down. We dilute that. You gotta fucking own it. And guess what? It takes a very strong, secure man to be with a very strong, secure woman who has a lot of masculine energy. Because if you're a woman with a lot of masculine energy, it threatens men. It makes them feel like little bitches they are. So obviously my husband is a real man because he's married to me and he loves everything about me. And he loves me unconditionally and I love him unconditionally. And he's everything to me. He's my true fucking best friend. He's my cheerleader, my lover, my supporter, my everything. And if you're listening, honey, I love you with all of my heart and soul. And just saying that gets me emotional because you came into my life very unexpectedly. And you've been through a lot with me. And I get to be myself with my husband, my true self. And guys, let me tell you something. You might not see this side of me, but guess what? I'm goofy as hell. I get goofy. I do goofy voices because that's just me. That's who I am. And those parts of me, I always had to hide in other relationships because I was told I was goofy or stupid or dumb or just looked at like, fuck are you doing? And I could be that way with like my close, girlfriends. But my husband, Brent, is the first man I've ever had, number one, a healthy relationship with. Number two, I just can be myself and he can be his self. And everyone needs to experience that in life. Every single person does. I never even knew what I was missing out on because I've never known a healthy relationship, not with one man, family or not, until my husband, Brent. And I'm going to talk about that in another episode, but that's actually kind of been a little bit of a hard road for me. It's really, really hard if you've never had a healthy relationship with a man when you are in one, because you don't realize you are programmed. You're programmed a certain way based upon how you've always had to be, how you were treated. And it's really, really, it takes a lot of self-awareness to realize, okay, I don't need to be that way, or I don't have to feel this way or react or whatever. And knowing that and being honest about that it's everything. But that's something I will talk more about if you would like me to. I don't really talk a lot about, I mentioned my kids, I mentioned my husband, but I don't normally really say their names and stuff. But my husband, I'm just beyond grateful. And I will tell you this. It happens when you least expect it. I wasn't remotely interested in a relationship. And, sometimes El Padre up above, God, is funny, right? And he's got a good sense of humor. But anyways, back to what I'm talking about. I know my husband fucking loves me. Is it because he tells me? No, it's not. It used to be with that in other relationships. Well, he tells me. Yeah, he also fucking abuses me or tells me I'm fucking stupid. So actions aren't matching up, right? With him, I was so different. I'd been through so much. I'd done a lot of healing. I was the new me, and I only was going to go off of actions. He doesn't understand how hard he had it, but he had it hard because I was just I had armor around me because I was like I was expecting and waiting for him to fuck up because that's all I'd ever known. And that's not fair. But by the way, he passed the test. Anywho, his actions show me, and so many other little things that I never even knew were a part of it, right? Like being able to just be my true, authentic self. I don't have to hold back at all. And I don't know if I've ever had that, even in some of my best friends. Like there's still a part of you that holds back, maybe just a little. Nope. If anyone is telling you, of course I love you. My God, of course I want to marry you. But they disrespect you. They talk down to you. They cuss at you. They're not there. They don't respect your boundaries. They don't listen to what it is that you need or what it is that maybe they need to do for you and do it. If they cannot do the simple fucking things that are no-brainers in relationships, walk to the fucking door, open it, walk the fuck out, and don't look back. Just stop wasting your fucking time. There's so much more the universe wants to give you. And if you're that person, because I know too many people like this, so you be honest with yourself right now. Let's be real. Are you that person that's holding on to a relationship or friendship until something better comes along? If you are, God, good fucking luck to you. You're going to be in that same position in 10, 15, 20 fucking years. Get out of the relationship, learn the fucking lesson, and then allow the universe to place you with your real person in the right time. If you wanted to get new living room furniture right now and you're shopping and you find it and you're like, oh, that's the set. I want that furniture. But you haven't even gotten rid of the old furniture. What are you going to do? You're going to just put it in there, cram it in. It's going to look like shit. No. When you want new furniture, you make fucking room for it. It's like that in life, my friends. Make the fucking room for it. Learn your lesson. If you have a hard time being by yourself, read my fucking book and realize you're attaching your happiness. Being alone is not loneliness. If you cannot be alone with yourself, shatter your limiting beliefs. If you can't be by yourself because you got to be in a relationship, read the fucking book. Shatter your limiting beliefs. If someone is not showing you with their actions what it is they're telling you with their words, get the fuck out or kick them out. Because if they actually love you, they're going to fight for you. All right, my friends. I'm going to get off my soapbox. It's 20 minutes. I love you all. Have a good day.